You've never seen a pain like this, a wave like this, a time like this. Despite what is on your wrist, you watch, and if you've paid attention, the return on your investment comes in the form of revelations. Like love, hate is a multi headed entity. Many reasons, but never pleasing because hate leaves you a hollowed coffin. Yet it drives people to swerve into such sinister paths. You see, there's a war going on, one that you were never taught in class. And no, it did not end. Do not pretend it did, because people of color reach and find higher positions with better dividends. And then a man of the opposite skin tone entered the White House. It was a milestone. But don't forget, so many of us are still alone. I'll never understand why a racist races past pages, dismisses science in an attempt to avoid the others. In quotes. And when I say science, I mean this. A mere change in pigmentation is never changing the fact that we are all human. Know what I'm saying? Does a dog hate another with darker fur? Of course not. They're simpler creatures, yet look at who claims to be more advanced, yet we can never advance past a simple circumstance. Oh, people, we do not stand a chance. Because divided we fall, and united we could at least crawl together. Maybe stand, but that's too optimistic. I'm sorry for being pessimistic. But look at our track record. We've kept falling and falling as if we are arthritic. Give me a justification for why Khalif Browder spent 3 years in jail for the false accusation of stealing a backpack. But let's backtrack. Just because I say it casually doesn't mean it was not a calamity. The time in prison broke this young man. Not like a crush or spilled lunch, I mean the way tectonic plates break, the way trauma shatters your self image as you try to realign the shards of glass. Will they ever find the original pattern? Not for Khalif. He was set free after his innocence was proven, but after the 2 years that followed, he took his own life. Tell me how I can bring a child into a world where this happens. Tell me how to be fearless because I don't know. This is more than a poem, it's a dialogue. Slavery still exists in the 13th Amendment, but for criminals only. What a clear contrast for the land of the free, you see? With the way people are portrayed in films like The First Birth of a Nation, obviously, people would want that version of a black person to be incarcerated on a mass scale. And people say the devil's habitat is below the earth. Well, he, she, it wanders above the surface with only the purpose to make those different worthless. And I might hurt this page with the way I word this, because I'm writing so fast I cannot focus, and at times I'm hopeless, but I know we should all be near those who are closest, inseparable like patience and intravenous doses, and I know this. These words are only, for you, temporary moments. While this confession right here is probably my magnum opus.